We got that squared away there. Perfect. Awesome. All right, so here we go. Welcome to the October video challenge, and good morning to each and every one of you guys, and congrats for you guys having the courage to step out of your comfort zone to do this, because there's currently some of you guys that are not posting anything at all. Nothing. And signing up for a challenge like this, it could be some of the scariest things that you guys actually are dealing with. It's like trying to overcome, just like serious anxiety. And for you guys to step out of that comfort zone to do this, I applaud each and every one of you guys. And then for you guys that are already currently posting some content every week that want to take your game or elevate your game to the next level, you're in the right place. So, first and foremost, if you've got any questions as we go through any of this today, throughout the next 30 days, ask your questions, put them in the chat, shoot them directly to me via the Facebook group. We'll all help. And the whole idea about this is everybody's going to collaborate and pitch in and help. But by all means, I'm going to be here to help direct each and every one of you guys. So just to ask your questions, put them in there. We'll get everything rocking and rolling. All right, so some quick rundowns, house rules, and so on. We start every morning at 7:30. I give the challenge out for the day, and then we talk about it, and we provide you with some guidance and recommendations. That way you've got plenty of time to get everything going. And it's 7 days a week, even Saturdays and Sundays. And let's be real, people. We're trying to form new habits and break old habits and prevent, and the old habits is what prevents us from doing the things that we need to be doing anyway. And that's why we're all here, right? We need that challenge to get out of our old ruts, our old habits, and form new habits. So, as you know, what might be simple to some of you guys is going to be paralyzing to some other ones. What people see me just go out and post something, and it might make it look that's so easy, but other people are just like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So be considerate of each other. And this is why we've said so many times to invite a friend. Invite a friend, 1, 2, 3, however many you need to have in the group with you to help you along. When you've got somebody right there next to you helping you do the challenge that you can learn with, that you can collaborate with, they also provide accountability. It helps you through the day-to-day routine. It helps you through the month. It really, really helps. And it's been beneficial to me when I've gone through my 30-day challenges with my coaches and so on. So, a little quick of water there. All right. So every session is recorded and will be posted in this Facebook group and on YouTube. Although the really, really good information is only available inside this Facebook group. So you need to be in here and check it out every day. And just because, it's recorded every day, people are always coming, people ask, can we get into the group and everything else? Yeah, because you can go back and watch and catch up. Or let's say you just really didn't feel comfortable with one thing that we taught, or one thing we went over, or what did they say about this on that day? You can go back and rewatch it, and you can go rewatch it for months. We're not taking it down, so it's always available for you there. So always use this as a reference source. There's gonna be tons of information put out here, but it's all contained within the private Facebook group. The only thing that's gonna be out on YouTube is just gonna be the video. That's it. So you won't have all the resources and everything in YouTube. Everything will be right here in this Facebook group. So, people ask all the time, 7:30, I got to go drop off my kids, or on let's say Sunday, 8 a.m. service. If you got a legit excuse or a legit obligation, go do it. Don't worry about it. Watch the replay later, later in the morning or sometime that afternoon, and then go out and post your video. Don't stress over it. It's there. Not everybody can be here at 7:30 in the morning. So don't worry about that. But the point of the matter is, I do want to stress this. We're trying to form new habits. We're trying to break old habits. We're trying to get out of that anxiety, that mental state of where you're constantly procrastinating when you don't want to do something. We're all guilty of it. And it's like when you don't want to do something, you just kind of shove it down the road. You kick the can down the road. And you're like, I'll get to that in a minute. Or I'll do that later. I'll do it. Just rip the Band-Aid off and go do it. Get it over with. So, all right. So here we go. I'm not going to come back behind you and check if you posted a video. We're all adults here. I treat this like a lecture hall. So you get out of this what you put into this. And I'm not going to call you out. You know, if you don't post a video in the group on a given day, it's on you, man. You know, you have to look yourself in the mirror every morning and say, did I give my best? Did I do everything I could do that day? Or did I mail it in? And if it takes somebody in this group 5 days to post their first video because it literally scares the crap out of them, we're going to support you and we're going to cheer you on. On the other hand, if you're just being lazy and not putting forth the effort, then why are you in this challenge to begin with? You know? So if you need to help and you're really scared about everything, just reach out and, say, hey, how do I do this? We're going to be here to support you. That's what this whole group's about, is helping one another. The power of the group as we go through the next 30 days, and you'll learn why the group, and I can't stress this enough, invite your friends. There's power in numbers. There's power in collaborations. We'll talk about more and more of this over the next coming weeks, over the coming weeks. And I assure you, when October 31st rolls around, you'll reflect back on this entire month of October and just shake your head and be like, wow. Because, every time I've gone through it, I've always been like, when I go into one, I'm always like, what am I going to get out of this? I've been doing videos for how long now? What am I going to get out of this? And I always get something. Always get a lot, actually. And the approach we're taking with this challenge is completely different. And I think it's going to be completely different than any other challenge any of you guys might have been on. Even if some of you have done some sort of video challenge in the past and you're using this to just kind of get you kickstarted or whatever, this challenge, we're going to combine things that I've learned from multiple coaches, the videos, challenges that I personally attended, along with the things that I wish that was provided in the video challenges that I went through or the coaching I went through, instead of having to go out and, figure it out, finding stuff, how do you do this? How do you do that? All that stuff that really fast track you. Just to fast track you to get you going is what this is going to be about. And last but not least, a lot of cool technology. Cool technology. One piece, actually two, that will absolutely blow your mind that we're piloting. No one else is doing it. And I'm not BSing you. That's not hype. Legit cutting edge technology. So you're going to see the stuff as we go through this month, and it's going to be incredible. And it's just going to be an eye-opening experience, and you guys are going to have a blast with it. Quick background on myself for anyone who has not seen me in a live event or anything like that. 20 years in the mortgage business. Currently work for a federally chartered bank, Novus Home Mortgage, which is owned by Exonia Bank. We lend in all 50 states except New York. Don't lend in New York by choice. I saw the value in video blogging. Oh man. 2023. 10 years ago, 12 years ago. It's been a minute. And I tried to do it. I back then I tried to go, actually I did. I went to a 3-day boot camp and learned how to do it. And back then the problem was content. How do you come up with constant content that's relative? Because video blogging wasn't like it is today, or video wasn't like it is today. Back then it was still just everything was typed out articles. And I saw the value in somebody watching the video much quicker than they would sit there and devote the time to read the article. So it's like, what do you put in a video? And it took a while, and I struggled with that. and so did a lot of people. And then I was approached to host a radio show here in Nashville on WLAC 1510. And it wasn't about the radio show. And I was like, what do you mean? It's not about a radio show. We're on the radio. And they're like, no, you want the high quality audio. You know, take some high def, high pro HD GoPros, chop it all up and put it on the internet. And I'm like, freaking genius. I was like, this is really what I've been trying to do for quite some time. And it worked. I mean, we had a great following. We never set out to have a following, and we had a great following, and it just grew and grew and grew. And then freaking COVID. I mean, COVID happened and everything shut down, because with the radio, what a lot of people don't realize is you got to, especially on the weekend or at night, you got to go in and record it. And our recording time was Monday at 2 p.m. Well, all you guys that have been in the market for a minute or been in the business for a minute, leading up to COVID, it was just getting busier and busier and busier and busier. And my builders, my title companies, my realtors, and everybody were like, yo, Mike, I can't make 2 p.m. I'm sorry. And we were having to rerun shows over and over and over. So we were already transitioning, or in the mindset of transitioning from the radio show to an online platform like we are today. And COVID just basically forced the issue and made it happen sooner. So it was somewhat of a blessing in disguise, but at the same time, it's freaking COVID. There's nothing good about COVID. So what else? So on average, you can expect most of these mornings to be 10 to 20, maybe 30 minutes. You're not going to get too many. They're going to go much further than that. And really, 30 minutes is going to be a cutoff, unless there's like a ton of Q&A going back and forth, and we're like deep into a conversation. And if someone's going to drop, you drop, and you just pick up the rest afterwards. But truly, you're going to try to get in and out in about 10 to 20 minutes is what we're going to try to do. So with that said, it kind of gives you some expectation of what to expect. All right, so for today's challenge, day 1 of October video challenge is to record yourself explaining why you're doing this challenge and post your video to your personal Facebook or your TikTok or Instagram, and to this group page as well. And the purpose of doing this is, one, you've got to let your friends, your family members, hopefully your clients that you're connected with on social media, know why they're starting to see you more, or why they're going to start seeing you more. Because if all of a sudden it's like they don't see you, and then all of a sudden, boom, every day, boom, 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 day after day after day after day, which is what you want. They're like, what in the world's going on? What happened? You go from not hearing anything from you to all of a sudden you're everywhere. And just tell them why you're doing it. And for those individuals who have been posting, then do what I did when I was challenged this. Because when I was approached this from my coaches, I'm like, what in the world am I going to get out of a 30-day video challenge? I'm like, I do this every day already. They're like, challenge your listeners, challenge your group, challenge your followers, challenge them to the 30-day challenge. And that's exactly what I did. And it helped me grow even further with my group. So if you're not posting at all and you're here to learn how to post and get comfortable with that, post your video, tell your people why you're doing this challenge to overcome whatever your issue is, whether it's anxiety, recording yourself, putting it out there, afraid of making a mistake. I mean, you guys seen some of the promotional videos. You just laugh about it. You just roll on. Don't worry about it. It's natural. And sometimes the crazier the sillier it is, the more people love it. I mean, that's why people sit there and scroll through TikTok and Instagram, is looking for the funny stuff. So if it's funny and comical, or you make a mistake, people love it. Embellish it, hype it up, and just have fun with it, man. And then again, if you are posting a couple times a day and you're here to grow and elevate your game, challenge your friends, challenge your coworkers, challenge your family members. It doesn't matter if somebody's not in the real estate business. All of this, what we're going to teach, is applicable to other businesses. So if you've got somebody that runs a restaurant, you have somebody that runs dry cleaning business or nail salon or accounting, whatever it might be, and they need to help, invite them, send them the QR code, tell them we're going to have some heavy emphasis on real estate, but the marketing, the Facebook, the getting yourself out there, not being afraid, not overcoming the anxiety. What apps do you use? When do you use them? How do you put a carousel together? How do you put the voice behind the carousel? How do you make all that stuff? I mean, how do you put all that stuff together? How do you resize the stuff? What size do I need here? What size do I? All of that stuff that just people look at it like, oh my God, it's just a daunting task. How do I do this? You can learn it all right here. It's all right here. The roadmap's there. You just got to follow the steps. So send out the QR code, invite them, challenge your people, get them to the group, and we'll help coach them along. Let's see. The big thing you want from these videos is you want engagement. You want the algorithm. The algorithm on all of these social media channels is based on engagement. And it's not the sole factor, but that's a huge factor, is engagement. So you want somebody to respond to that post. And it could be just something of, hey man, great video. Hey, you got this. Or it could just be a like. It's engagement. And then you respond back to that. And then what the algorithm sees is, oh, Mike posted this. Sally liked it. Sally responded. And you get this back and forth. And now you start extending your reach even further. So that's why you've got to post. That's why the 30 days of doing this every day is so important, to establish new habits. If you do this and you look back on this in 30 days, you're going to be amazed. One thing I want all of you guys to do, all of you, as soon as this call is over, go screenshot your social media channels. Go get a time shot. Get it with either however you do it, but I want a time and date or something in there, some way, or if you've got it in the photo, you've got it in the metadata data in the file. We want to see how many people you have in your group right now and want to see what you end up with at the end of this. And then we also want to be able to come back and look at your analytics to see where you were tracking and then how your trajectory increased just by making a few simple tweaks. And the biggest thing is just posting once a day. If you can post twice a day, come on, just imagine. Let's post once a day first, then we'll get twice a day. So baby steps first, then we'll walk, then we'll run, then we'll get to there. Let's see, what else am I forgetting here? Back to the algorithm and this whole engagement stuff. This is another reason why I said, go invite your friends, go invite your coworkers, your fellow realtors. Not only can they help you with these challenges, you're going to build the group bigger. The bigger our group, the more collaboration we can do together. The bigger our group, the more we can help extend our reach together. And once you guys start to understand that and how all that stuff comes together, you start to strategically think about everything. It's not about necessarily the number of likes. It's the specific people that are sometimes liking it. And if you think some of our stuff in this real estate market is going to go viral, for you guys that have seen me in person, you know I always say this. Our stuff's boring. Our stuff is boring. Real estate and mortgage stuff is boring. The chances of our stuff going viral is not likely. So you need to kind of check that at the curb. If you're here to try to get a post to go viral, that's not your objective. Your objective is to get your message out in front of your clients before somebody else does. Period. And the only way you're going to do that is you start to get your message out, and you do it on a regular basis. This is not an overnight fix. You just don't all of a sudden post today and boom, everything's better. You have to train the algorithm, just like you've got to train yourself to do this on a daily basis. And it's a process. And I promise you, you get to the end of the 30 days, you will look back on this and be like, oh my God, wow. What was I so worried about? Why did I have all this fear? I had all this fear over nothing. So the fear is about, apps, content. Where do you get the content? How do you do this? How do you do it? Don't worry about it. We have all that covered. We will lay every bit of that out in depth. You just need to post the videos. Okay. I'm going to post one to the group that I had to do for one of my coaches. I don't know. It was about 2 or 3 months ago. It had to be live. It had to have distractions. I had to have certain key things. So this is just a controlled message. You can be sitting in your office. You can be sitting in your car, wherever you feel comfortable, wherever your comfort place is. That's when you record your message, because we're going to work you up to the video I'm going to show and post in the group where you're live. There is no redo on a live. You hit record and it goes. Once you stop recording, that is. Distractions and having to hit key things. You get one chance. And that's what we're going to get you guys to. So get your video posted. If you've got any questions, put them out there. Actually, I've been going and didn't even pay attention to the chat. I'm sorry, people. Should we post in multiple group pages at the same page? Yeah. Post everywhere. I post everywhere. So as far as posting in multiple group pages, absolutely. Do it all the time. Do invite 2 other agents. Okay, great. Good. I can't see who you guys. All it's showing is Facebook user. I can't tell who's doing this. And then I'm seeing the same video. Yeah, absolutely the same video. It's like I'll put a screenshot out there of, actually, you know what? We've still got a few minutes. Let me. This is jumping ahead a little bit because you're asking this question. I'm going to show you something. Let me log into this one system real quick. And then I'm going to show you, it's called Repurpose.io. And what I use this for is to distribute the same video. And then, like, what I'm on right now, I'm not on Facebook. I'm on what's called StreamYard. I can stream this to multiple platforms simultaneously. So it's going to go to YouTube, Facebook. I can put it on multiple Facebook channels simultaneously. It's just going to the private group. It would go to Twitter. It would go to Twitch. Is it Twitch? Twitch, Hitch. I mean, there's tons of crap. There's so many channels out there. It goes everywhere. So yeah, you want to get your message out as many places as you can. And the more you get it out, the better. And what I'm about to share with you is a screenshot of Repurpose. And what this is what I use to, and there's several platforms that are like this, but I just like Repurpose. It's simple, it's easy, and doesn't cost much really. But what this allows me to do is I post everything to Instagram. I think I'm going to start toying with the idea based on the analytics. I might go start posting some to TikTok and then pushing out. But right now, everything I post to Instagram, and that's what this is showing you right here. Everything starts in Instagram. And then it pushes out the LinkedIn. It pushes out the Pinterest. It pushes out to my work Novus Facebook. It pushes out to my Money Man Mike Facebook. Then it goes out to Twitter, YouTube, and then TikTok Reels. So my Instagram feeds my TikToks. And it's all done automatic. And it automatically posts one video or whatever I post on that day, 1, 2, 3, whatever it might be. And then it all goes out. Now, the one thing that I'm not doing that I need to be doing is I'm not reformatting all of my YouTube stuff. I've got another person I've hired on that's going to do some of that for me. But right now, a lot of my stuff to YouTube, half of my stuff to YouTube is all in short format, which is the same thing as Instagram or TikTok. And I'm going to change it to where it's specifically for that square, more that cinematic look that you get on Facebook, like the widescreen versus that tight story box. Some people call it the hot dog box on Instagram. So, but yeah, post them everywhere. Post them everywhere. Video length, whatever you want, whatever you need, whatever your video needs to be to get your message out, make it whatever it needs to be. If you can get the message off in 30 seconds, do it in 30 seconds. If it's going to take you a minute and a half to get the message out, whatever it takes. Again, each and every one of you guys are starting from a different starting point. There is no right, there is no wrong answer. Do you. Do whatever works for you. And if that's 30 seconds or that's a minute and a half, whatever works for you. Let's see here. What else do we have to cover here? Get that. Again, if you got to invite anybody, send them the QR code. The link that's up in the Facebook group, it's wonky. If you don't use the person's email address that's associated with their actual Facebook page or Facebook account, it won't necessarily work on a laptop or a computer, which is weird. Whereas if you send them the QR code, they scan it, boom, they're in. It doesn't matter what they're on, what email account you send, it works. So do that. That's it, people. 7:59. 1 minute to spare. Tomorrow, same time, same place. And next challenge, get all your stuff in here. We'll go through them. I'll like them, talk to you, give some feedback on them all. And then we're going to dig into deeper. We're going to start to, like I said, we're going to crawl, then we're going to walk, then we're going to run. And don't worry about what do you need, what's this, what that. As long as you got your phone, you got a tripod, not a tripod, but a selfie stick. Where's my selfie stick? Selfie stick. Something like that. You can hold up, put in front of you. That's all you need. Some of you might need some lighting, depending on where you're at. That's it. I'm going to show you everything that I use, why I use what I use. But I promise you, if you think you need a bunch of stuff, and I showed you in some of the videos where I've got the full green screen set up, the whole 9 yards, I'm going to show you that more in detail tomorrow. You don't need all that. You can do it all right here. So that's it, people. We're done. 8 o'clock, it's a wrap. You guys have a great day. Good luck on your videos. You've got this. Don't worry about it. Find your happy space. Oh, don't do a lot of takes. 3 takes max. 3 takes. If you're doing more than 3 takes, you're overdoing it. And typically, your first or second take is your best take. So get your video done. Post it. Get it out of the way. Don't procrastinate. Don't kick the can down the road. Post it. Move on. We'll see you here tomorrow. You guys have a great day.